Hey YouTube, this is a message to the mature men, the elders in the Christian congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses. You hold a respected position within the organisation. You are entrusted with shepherding the flock of God, and the flock look up to you and come to you to help resolve the problems they face in their spiritual and day-to-day lives. It can be satisfying helping those that trust you. But we all know your position isn't all sunshine and flowers. You have many dark and complex problems to deal with, and pressure from the circuit overseers and others high in the hierarchy means that you're often directed to deal with issues in a way you're not comfortable with, or in a way you'd prefer not to if you could act in personal conscience. You have responsibility with no authority, and that's guaranteed to generate stress. One of the best things a human being has is to look in the mirror and like what he sees, knowing that today he did good. But this is a luxury that is becoming rarer and rarer for the modern elder. The flock is getting harder to manage, yet the governing body demand more service hours, more donations. It's somehow your fault that the numbers are declining and ageing, and the letters from Bethel demanding higher average income from assembly attendees and asking you to enforce the stricter shunning rules must be wearing that little pleasure away. To say nothing of the impact on your own family life, all unpaid, all for the governing body. On top of this, it's on your shoulders to tell a domestic abuse victim to stay with an abuser and be a better spouse. It's you that's responsible for keeping Jehovah's name spotless when a child reports rape. The weight of the governing body is on your shoulders, and so is the responsibility in law for how you deal with the problems of your congregation. Are you in a reporting state? Maybe are you an accessory? Should you warn the flock? How do you protect the innocent? Should you? Are Candice Conti's elders facing legal sanctions now? And you take this responsibility without compensation, with a cost to your own family and possibly liberty. And this responsibility comes without authority, because you must treat the words of your overseer as if they came from Jehovah himself, even when your conscience demands that you drive that woman to a domestic abuse sanctuary yourself. But you're just not allowed to. The governing body won't allow it. Without you mature men of the congregation, there is no congregation, and I know for a fact that many of you are in unspoken inner turmoil and experiencing your own crises of consciences. Many of you fail the mirror test because you must enforce rules you disagree with. Because of this, I'd like to introduce the Clergy Project. That's www.clergyproject.org. It's a forum where Kingdom Hall leaders can go, be entirely anonymous, and it's set up in such a way that you can get support from other people in similar positions without risk of exposure. The Clergy Project was started a few years back when it was discovered there are significant numbers of church and Kingdom Hall leaders that want to leave their position or religion, but don't know how to deal with losing family or status. Some of the project members have actually lost their faith, but because of the pressure of their position, still continue to preach, serve, and shepherd. You prison guards can be just as imprisoned as those you incarcerate. It's part of the hierarchy of abuse, because every Jehovah's Witness is abused. Elders too stand to lose family and friends, and maybe what's even worse for the entrapped elder is how can they leave when they've been following orders and have been held up as examples to the flock. Surely there must be a reward for all the sacrifice. It can't just be for the 8 guys in a boardroom. The clergyproject.org anonymously offers counselling, retraining opportunities and exit strategies designed to limit the damage to Kingdom Hall leaders' lives. It helps elders plan a dignified exit into a new life, free from those overlords. Some of you may be considering the issue of loyalty. Has it occurred to you that there must be a difference between Jehovah God and the governing body? The concept of new light proves they are not in accord, because Jehovah is not tossed about with the changing winds. Jehovah is resolute, unchanging, and all-powerful. If this group is God's chosen, then your leaving will prompt the very stones to cry out. If the stones remain silent, then the governing body are just presumptuous, greedy, atheistic men. Yes, atheistic, because a God-fearing organisation would never put words in the Creator's mouth, adding to his words to make profit, like any other prosperity gospelist. But before I go, didn't Jesus say his yoke was light and he wanted mercy, not sacrifice? Why would the governing body prepare you to act like Jehu? Are you to be like those extreme Muslims killing for a made-up God and the promise of virgins? Don't you deserve to like and respect the man in the mirror? theclergyproject.org